All right, welcome everyone. Today we are going to look at the Slice and Splice challenge from the FreeCodeCamp curriculum. Okay, so if you are here just for the final solution, I will include a timestamp and you can have a look at it and jump straight to the solution, the final solution. But if you want to see how we got that, then let's get started. So here we have the Slice and Splice challenge from the FreeCodeCamp curriculum. And what you are given is you are given two arrays and an index. So the challenge is to copy each element of the first array. So for example, we have here two arrays, the first array and the second array, and then an index of 1. So the final array should look something like this. First, you would have the second array, like so, and then you have to copy each element of the first array in order into the second array. So let's copy each element of the first array. And then you have to place them into the second array in order. So begin inserting elements at index n of the second array. So here index n is 1. So we begin inserting at index n. So this is index 0 and then index 1. So before 5, we'll begin inserting. So what's the first element we have from the first array? 1. We have 2. And then we have 3. So this is how the final array is going to look like. Okay, all right, now that we understand the challenge, let's do some pseudocoding. So I'll clean this from the previous challenge. And given two arrays and an index, because that's what we're given. So given two arrays, array 1 and array 2, and an index, what we want to do is let's create 3 new arrays. Let's call them before, after, and final array. Now, for all items in array 2 that comes before the index, okay, we want to copy and place them in the before array, okay. And then for all items in array 1 that comes after the index, want to copy and place them in the after array. Okay, so what we have is now we have the items in the second array that comes before the index, and we have the items that comes after the index. So we are going to compose the final array by first placing all items from the before array. So all items from the before array will come first, and then followed by all items in array 1, and then followed by all items in the after array. Okay, then we are going to return the resulting array. Okay, now let's solve it with some actual code. So I'm going to clean this up and let's start afresh. So we have before items equal to array 2.slice. Now we are using slice because and not splice because when we use splice, Splice will distort the input array, this original array. So Splice will change the values of array 2 when we apply it on it. But we are told that the input array should remain the same after the functions run. So Splice doesn't do that. Now Splice can take two values. The first is the index at which you want to start copying. So I'll start copying at index 0 since this is the before array. And then the index at where you want to end copying. So I'll end at array n. So let me do a console.log of before items. And as you can see, so this is 0, so this n is 1 here. So what Splice will do is it will come to array 2 and start copying from index 0, so which is this 4, and end at index 1. So it will not copy the item at index 1. Okay. Now let's do after array or after items. And after items is going to be array2.slice. And I'll just say n. So when you say n, what you will do is Slice will come here and count 0, 1. So this is n1. So we start copying from here all the way to the end. Okay. So let's do console.log after items. And as you can see, we have 5 and 6. So we have now this second array. We have 4, which comes before index 1. And we have 5 and 6, which starts from index 1 all the way to the end. Now I want to place this first array in between them. Okay, so let's create this final array. But before that, let me do a console log of array 2. And as you can see, array 2 is still intact. It's still 4, 5, and 6. It hasn't changed. As we are told, it should remain the same after the function run, so it still remains the same. Okay, now let's move on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say let final array. Okay, so let me console log final array. Okay, now final array is an empty array, but we'll first put the before items. So I'll copy it like so using the spread operator. Okay, and then I will say array 1. Okay, so you see the way, because I didn't use the spread operator, you see it copies the array itself, the entire array, and puts it there. But we don't want that. We want the individual items in the array. So I'll add a spread operator and watch what happens. Okay, so you see we now have it as the individual items. And then I will also copy the after items. Okay, so this is what we have now: 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is the same as what we expect. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now we can go ahead and return the final array. Yeah, and we are done with the challenge. So let's run it. Let me clean this up and let's run the test. All right, so there you go. We have the test passing. Okay, so if you're here just for the final solution, there you have it. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one.